Welcome back to the Magical Friendships Podcast. I'm your host, Dustin, the Magic Agent, here with co-host number 2.
Number 1, and everyone's hearts except yours. Devin. The better co-host.
That remains to be seen. Let's look back on this on episode 100 and we'll tell you the score.
And we have Gail here with us. Say hi, Gail.
Hello. Thank you, Gail.
I want to do that to him every time now. Yeah. That's his role, is to say one word, and then we both cut him off as fast as possible. All right, what are we talking about this week, Dustin?
So today we're talking about the recent updates to the banned and game changers list. We're also going over the articles that Gavin Verhey put out. He also had a video and just kind of going over what we thought. But before we jump into it, I have some exciting news. April 4th.
You're pregnant?
No. No, not again.
Oh, okay.
April 4th will be the Magic Agent Day of Games. It is.
You've given it a name.
I've given it a name. It is a free event, and at the event there will be a hobby swap meet where people can buy, sell, trade miniatures, comics, collectibles, and also a popper tournament, a draft, and just some free play tables and vendors.
Yours truly running the draft, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
That's going to be me.
Oh, don't come to the draft, guys. Okay.
What dates is it again?
April 4th. It's going to be from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. This is the first time running a big event like this, so really testing the waters, seeing how many people show up, what works, what doesn't. I'm really excited.
And how can they sign up for this?
There will be an Eventbrite link posted, and I'll try and get that to you before the episode comes out so that you could link it. But the odds of anybody hearing this are so low.
You know, they're pretty low.
Yeah.
We still have like 10 to 15 views on our other ones, so we're really just soaring into the sky on our...
Hey, last week it was 10. We've basically got a 50% increase.
Yeah, that's pretty good. 15's not bad.
Yeah.
We're going up in the world.
Yeah.
Before you know it, people will listen to us when we talk.
Yeah. My wife doesn't.
That's okay. Listen to me when I'm over.
So there's a lot to cover here today, but let's start with the hybrid mana discussion.
So what were they discussing?
Yeah, so basically, hybrid mana was designed to function as an either-or. So the symbol is 2 colors of mana in 1 pip with a slash through it. So one side will be white, one side will be green, and you could pay green or white to cast that spell. In Commander, the rules function as you could only play that spell if your deck has green and white.
Okay.
Where in every other format, it's either or. So they were talking about aligning that with other formats.
And do you think that is a direct cause of Lorwyn coming out with so many multicolor pips on them?
Wizards of the Coast has said that the next few sets will have hybrid mana. So TMNT is confirmed hybrid mana. Lorwyn is obviously heavy hybrid mana. I think the new Strixhaven is going to have hybrid mana. And actually, in Lorwyn, we've got Strixhaven characters with hybrid mana.
Okay.
So we're just kind of going to see a lot more of that coming. And it's something that Mark Rosewater has wanted to do for a while. But now Wizards actually has control of that topic with the new RC.
Okay.
So they put out a survey. People were split right down the middle.
Okay, 50-50 about it.
Yeah. I think it was slightly more people were for it, but it wasn't enough to make a change. So they're keeping it as is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was a vote.
Yeah,
Was it a vote for the common people or just a vote for
it sounded like a survey went out to specific people. Okay. I don't know how broad that was, but it was 20% were really against it, 15.
Well, nobody asked me, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, why would they?
My question is, how do you feel about it?
Indifferent.
Yeah, you don't care?
Yeah, I mean, there are a couple of hybrid cards where I'm like, oh, that would be really good in a deck that only has one of those colors. But that's kind of the point, is
It's so popped up out of the random that I haven't even thought about a deck or thought about a card that's come out with those multi-pips that I'd be like, oh man, that'd actually be good for my mono what deck.
Yeah, I think that the big thing is Boros cards, red-white cards are designed differently than red cards and differently than white cards.
Absolutely.
But they could fit in both. So if you take a mono white deck and you have a Boros hybrid card, it's going to play differently than all of the other cards in that deck. So it does kind of feel like it's breaching the rules of Commander, or at least the social rules of Commander.
I guess the real question, if you're a Commander committee reviewing this, you got to look for, if we do this change, who breaks it and how bad is it? So are there any cards that immediately come to your mind that would be like, oh, this would just fucking break a mono X deck?
I don't think so.
Nothing comes to my mind.
I don't think so, but also you got to think about players coming into the format, because if you tell them, hey, your commander is these colors, you can only run these colors, it's a pretty straightforward rule.
I want to caveat that already.
Yeah.
There is so much confusion with early game Commander, or getting into the hobby Commander confusion on color identity versus color of the commander.
Yeah.
And oftentimes new cards will have oh, I'm a white commander, Kenrith, for example, but I have 5 different abilities with all these fucking, various things. And technically I'm a 5-color deck. So there's already an entry of, I need to explain that your commander can actually be 5-color instead of it's a white commander.
Yeah, but it just gets more convoluted if you add in that rule. It doesn't simplify anything. I don't think that people are looking at hybrid cards most of the time when they're building decks.
That's true.
I don't know. I don't think it's a big deal, and it seems like most people kind of agree with that. More people are for the change than are against it, but it was split right down the middle. And if they're going to make a change like that, it's got to be majority, vast majority.
Anyone is listening, all 10 people that are listening, and actually
10 to 15,
10 to 15 people that are listening, actually give a shit. Let us know.
Yeah.
Because me and Dustin, we don't.
Yeah.
So we're gonna move on to the next subject.
Yeah.
Caleb, you got something to add?
Bring back.
Well, it was a good talk, Caleb.
Yeah. So the next thing to talk about is let's go into Farewell as a game changer. Farewell is
goodbye.
Yeah, there you go.
See you later.
Devin, you play Farewell, right?
Pretty frequent. I mean, to be honest, the Final Fantasy decks, the Commander decks, 2 of them came, or I think it may have just been one. One of them came out with Farewell in it.
Yeah. So could you tell us what the card does?
Absolutely. It's a 4 mana, 2 white pip sorcery. So 6 cost. And it has a box of text that says choose 1 or more. And it lists exile this, and this. So first is exile creatures, planeswalkers, enchantment or artifacts, enchantments, and graveyards.
And those are separate.
They're one after the other. And so the way the card reads, top to bottom, you can exile all of those things and then the graveyard. So if something, I guess it's exiling from the field anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But you can
pick and
choose what you want to exile on the card, and so it is very impactful for a mono white player. That's a big spell. Good, very good board wipe. Played in standard right now.
Yeah. How do you feel about it being a game changer?
I don't know. A 6-mana board wipe being a game changer feels kind of odd to me.
Counterpoint, Cyclonic Rift.
7 mana.
1 mana difference.
I don't know. Is
Cyclonic Rift an instant?
Cyclonic Rift is an instant.
Okay. And it
Farewell
doesn't
is the
bounce your
sorcerer.
stuff.
And it is one-sided. It is much better than Farewell. Even after being added to the Game Changer list, Farewell spiked to $4. Cycriff is in the 50s, if not 60s, and some versions are over 100.
Yeah.
It's not... I see Farewell on a deck, I'm like, okay, cool. You brought a board wipe. Every deck, unless you're the one being the problem, should have at least 1 or 2 board wipes. This is just one of the best ones.
Why do you think that it got the Game Changer tag?
Somebody in Wizards doesn't like Exile. They play graveyard decks.
Interesting.
I don't think it deserved the Game Changer status. And a bracket 2, like literally their precon has Farewell in it. So in less than 6 months ago, they made the decision that a bracket 2 deck, which is what they value their precons at, is okay having Farewell in it. So
what they used to value them at.
Yeah,
they've uncoupled.
It's 6 months ago.
Yeah,
what
but
was Final Fantasy wasn't even that long ago.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
but they uncoupled before Final Fantasy came out.
Okay, so they made a bracket 3 deck. And I think that that's an interesting thing, because one of the reasons that I hear people against Sol Ring on the Game Changers list, where by every metric it is powerful enough to be a game changer, they say, well, it's printed in every precon. And do you want to make every precon bracket 3? And what we're seeing here is a definitive, there are bracket 3 precons. It's not just a power level thing now, they have a game changer in them.
Okay.
So how does that affect precons moving forward? Do we assume they're bracket 2? Could they be bracket 3?
No, honestly, I played against the Ashling precon recently. That is not a bracket 2.
Yeah.
Not even close. The thing stomped me and Caleb into the ground.
Yeah.
And it's just like evoking and reducing the cost of those spells, and just like it has, and we've seen multiple times people make videos on it now because it's kind of a joke. Precons come out with 2-card combos.
Yeah. The anti-Ool deck has some.
Yeah, 2-card combos.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
that's not bracket 2 stuff. That's at least bracket 3 stuff, if not 4.
Yeah, and I think that it's okay that they're making strong decks that you can buy out of the box.
Absolutely.
Some people seem to believe that, like, because it's a Wizards product, it's got to be, like, dirtily and, can't hang.
Those days are behind us.
Yeah, like, dude, if some of these decks, like, could... they're still coming out with some that are, like, bracket 2. Like, I would argue the Miss Bumbleflower deck, that even though it's really popular, it's a bracket 2 deck. But, like, you have bracket 3 cards, or bracket 3 decks. So I think that the argument that Sol Ring couldn't be a game changer because then it would make all precons bracket 3 is kind of a moot point. Like, yeah, if you're going back 5-10 years where it's like, the decks that they were coming out as a baseline just aren't able to hang today, cool. But who's doing that? Who's going back and buying an Edgar Markov deck and being
if anybody can touch it, they're buying it. But that's because Edgar Markov's a staple.
Well, yeah, but like any of those decks, who's cracking those today to play with?
Nobody's really going back for the old precons because those were the essence of Dirtle. Bracket 1-2.
Yeah, and the Eminence Commanders are a terrible example because they're good.
Strong.
But it's. I just think it's a non-argument at this point. So I'm interested to see what that means for Sol Ring in the future. Because
if it actually gets locked up in Game Changer status?
I think it should. I think that it changes the game.
That's interesting. I think it's just it's such a staple of the format. Like it's not going away anytime soon, and I don't think Wizards wants to put any connotation of hate towards, or any even put up any gatekeeping or wall on Sol Ring because of how iconic it is to Commander. I
agree, and that doesn't mean that's the best choice for the format. Turn 1 Sol Ring is the most impactful thing you can play. Like, it just there are statistics that show turn 1 Sol Ring leads to better win rates by a wide margin.
Absolutely. And nobody's arguing that fact.
Yeah, but Is it just because it's everywhere? Like, is availability of a card a prerequisite to stay off the game changers list? Farewells and precons, it's $4. It's widely available.
It's just recently,
but it's a game changer,
Yes, and I think it's also a game changer that a lot of people are just going to have in their deck box. Like,
that's true.
Oh shit, I have a farewell.
Yeah,
and the moment a card becomes a game changer doesn't make the card any more powerful or less powerful. Mm-hmm. It just means that somebody has noticed that the play pattern of here's a farewell actually changes the game.
Yeah.
I think there's a power level. I think there's a power level even within the game changers list. I think some of the game changers are not that powerful, and some are like game breaking.
Yeah.
Like we were just discussing before this started, the comparison of Farewell to Cyclonic Rift, and I think that's crazy. So Farewell is like just recently became, but also on the bottom of the game changers like strength.
Yeah.
Whereas Cyclonic Rift is like obviously a game changer.
Yeah, I agree. Caleb held up a crop rotation, which has its game strong changer, plays, but it's a game changer. I think crop rotation could come off the game changer list.
Crop rotation is a game changer, but it's like not really.
Argument for the sake of argument, like it doesn't say fetch a basic land.
No, it gets you any land.
So you could go Forest to Gaia's Cradle, like
that's why I'm saying, like in a specific deck, it could be changing the game, but like not that. There's no land that just enters the battlefield and like the game's over.
Glacial Chasm's pretty good.
It's good, but it's like you could just have that in your hand. Yeah. Glacial Chasm should instead be the game changer.
It is a game changer.
Oh well, there you go. See, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like crop rotation is not that crazy.
So let's move on to the unbans. Since we're talking about
two of them.
Yeah, since we're talking about game changers.
Tell us what they are.
One of them was added to the game changers list, and one of them wasn't. Biorhythm was unbanned, and Biorhythm, I'm not looking at the card, but off of memory, I think it's...
I can tell you what it does.
Well, I know what it does, but it's 10 mana, or is it 8 mana? 8 mana, 6 and green, mm-hmm. And each player's life total becomes equal to the number of creatures they control.
Yes.
So... does that seem fair for 8 mana?
Think about spells that are 8 mana and green.
Yeah.
Last March to the Ends.
Yeah.
It's like a very strong Crater Hoof Behemoth. Mm-hmm. These are like game-ending spells in green.
Yeah.
Also, how long does it take green to get to 8 mana?
Not super long.
Not super long. Game like turn 4, turn 5 if they're going fast, right? You probably have a creature out.
Yeah.
So it does not immediately end the game. They spent a sorcery to get your life total down to like 2, 3.
Yeah.
If they have a follow-up, it could be a cool combo where they kill you. And does it change the game? Sure.
Yeah, I mean, like...
Is it okay that it's a game changer? Yeah, okay.
The most powerful thing that you could do with it is wipe the board, play a creature...
Correct.
Biorhythm.
Yeah.
But you have to have, at that point, what, 15 mana?
Plus creature. Plus board wipe.
Yeah, so like...
it's like, okay, so 3-card combo that's what, 15 mana?
Yeah, the most efficient way that you're doing that is like citywide bust and a 0-cost creature. So you could do it for 12 mana or 11 mana. But that's also like a very, very specific case, and it's still a ton of mana.
We're talking about an 8 mana spell in a specific, like built into a 99, where the commander probably profits from this happening.
Yeah. The other thing is that this effect is already in the format.
Is there another card that does something like this?
Yeah, it's like, what is it? It's something mystic. It's a Teamer mana dork. That it's Rattleclaw Mystic.
We also have things like Tree of Perdition, right? Just make target player's life total something.
Yeah. Oh,
and
no, it wasn't Rattleclaw Mystic.
There's also
but anyway,
Worldfire, make everybody's life total 1, right?
Yeah. So the card that I'm thinking of has the biorhythm text on it.
Okay.
But it also taps for mana. It's a 3-drop mana dork. I'm just blanking on the name. Okay. But it's got the exact effect of biorhythm on it.
Okay.
And it's a mana dork. I would say that's better.
That one seems stronger because you have a creature on board.
Yeah. And I personally have never lost to it. I don't think I've ever won with it either. Like, it's got to be a specific case. Like, yeah, you could set everybody's life total to 5, but, like, you got to be in a winning position to do it.
It sounds like the same kind of setup as, like, trying to win with Phage the Untouchable. You know the card that I'm talking about?
It's not that hard.
But Phage is like, worse, if it enters your battlefield and you didn't cast it from your hand, you lose the game.
Yeah.
And it's like, if it hits someone, they lose the game. But, it's just difficult.
I don't even know that it needs to be a game changer.
It's that far for you?
Yeah, I mean, we already have the effect.
It definitely doesn't need to be on the ban list, so I'm glad they updated it.
Yeah, so I'm glad that they added it to the game changers list. We'll see if it ever comes off the list. But the next card that was unbanned was Lutri. And Lutri is it Otter? He's a 3-drop.
More of those multi-pips we were talking about too.
Yep, hybrid mana. So it's 1 colorless and 2 hybrid for 3 total. And it has Companion. Now this is the controversial part. It has Companion. Each non-land card in your starting deck has a different name. That's just Commander.
Yeah.
And so it was actually banned on release for Commander. A lot of people were upset about that, and they wanted to play an Otter. They thought his effect was cool. But let me finish the card. Flash, and when Lutri enters, if you cast it, copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. And it was bulk. I'm now seeing it at about $8 for the base copy from Ikoria.
Yes. I mean, anything that comes off the ban list is going to spike. So, let's be clear. I know that some people have released this and been confused about it. The companion part is still banned as a companion.
It is banned as companion.
You can play it in the 99. You can play it as your commander. But it's not a companion available. It's still banned as companion. And that's because it would just be a free card.
Yeah.
Because every commander deck has to be, you can't play the same deck. Except for like...
Persistent Petitioners.
Yeah, or Relentless
Dwarves.
Rats, or like 7 Dwarves, or...
Nazgul.
All the goofy
What was that,
shit.
Caleb?
Thanks. Thank you for contributing, Caleb.
I just actually had an idea. Nazgul.
Yeah, that's one of them. Yeah, that's one of them. The hares.
So there are exceptions now. But even back then, there was
most commander decks.
Yeah,
are not.
Yeah,
playing more than one of each card.
Yeah, so banned as companion is a new rule, and they say it's likely to stay with just Lutri because they're probably not going to go back to companion. It was
a mistake, is what it was.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was ever like stoked on companion.
It was super strong.
Yeah, and they ended up having to ban in standard and stuff like that. So if they do go back to it, I imagine it's probably going to be like kind of similar to Partner, where it's like companion to a certain thing. But anyway, let's talk about like some things that people might not notice about Lutri, because I missed it at first.
Yeah, you missed it when we were talking about it.
When he enters, if you cast it...
Big clause there, big clause there.
If you cast it, copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. So it's very similar to Dualcaster Mage or a bunch of other copy spells, but the if you cast it clause means that you can't go infinite with him. He's not going to be able to copy...
Anyway.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to copy... as easily. So like a Dualcaster can come in and copy a spell that copies him, and then he copies the spell again.
Yeah.
It doesn't work with Lutri because when that copy gets targeted, it doesn't satisfy the cast trigger clause.
So it doesn't resolve.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually copy.
Yeah. So I mean, there may be certain spells where it's like now they make a token copy of Lutri because there are some blue spells that copy permanent spells now and make a token, but he wouldn't get the copy trigger. So I don't think that this card is going to be any more expensive than Dualcaster. Let me see.
He's not very expensive himself.
Dualcaster is $4.70. So maybe Lutri hovers around $5 because he could be a commander. I mean, just having a commander that can copy a spell out of the command zone at flash speed.
I think it's cool. I think there's some people that are going to build around. There's probably some people that are Otters fans that are going to build an Otter deck.
Yeah.
I know that there are some from Bloomburrow or whatever. But also, like, I don't even think that he'll stay at the $5 range because we're talking about Dualcaster Mage, who is part of a 2-card combo in a lot of Izzet or even mono red decks. And Lutri doesn't fill that role, and its biggest thing is it just got unbanned. So it's spiking right now. I think it's going to go back down to like $2-3. It's not even on the game changer list from being banned, is it?
No, it's not. And that's one of the cool things is he got around the game changer list because he has a special rule. He's banned as companion. They don't think he's a problem in the 99. They don't think he's a problem in the command zone. He's just a problem as the companion. Which I agree with. I don't like making new rules for one card, but given that Wizards has been pretty upfront that companion was a mistake, I think it's fine. So
you know what else they said was a mistake? Storm.
That's
still around.
Yeah, Mark. We got our eyes on you.
We'll never print Storm again.
Yeah.
Comes out every set.
Right. But
what do you think, Caleb?
No, we'll let you talk. Okay, Caleb has nothing to say.
Yeah, he's got nothing to add. All right, good talk.
We're gaslighting him so hard.
Oh, man.
So, like, let's take a second and look at, like, maybe the best thing, in my opinion, that could have happened here. There were no new bannings.
The best thing that could have happened?
I think so.
Like, the best thing that could have come out of the ban and restricted announcement? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yeah,
okay,
I think
so.
Right. There were no new bannings.
Okay.
And cards came off the ban list.
So this is a positive, is what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't think Rhystic Study is a problem. It's a very good card, but I don't see it being an issue. Like, I've never had an issue with it at my tables. It's just another trigger to remember. And what was the other one that they were talking about maybe banning? Thassa's Oracle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised they didn't do that one.
If you take Thassa's Oracle away, another combo is just going to replace it.
Yeah, like, it's so easy.
Yeah, but before Thassa's Oracle, it was like Flash Hulk, and they banned Flash.
So ban the Oracle.
Yeah, but another super efficient combo is just going to come up. I don't think you can ban combo out
So
of
then
command.
In that case, unban Flash Hulk.
I mean, it's not any better or worse than Thoracle. Is
so
what
then
I'm
just
saying.
open up that gate, right? Like if what you're saying is don't ban Thoracle because another combo will just replace it, then why keep the other one locked in a cage?
Bingo. My opinion is you should not. Here's my controversial opinion of the day.
Well, I'm on the other side of this.
Yeah.
Already.
Do you know what I'm going to say?
No, okay. But I'm already on the other side of not unbanning Flash Hulk and banning Thoracle. Like, we should, if you are okay with if you were okay years ago banning Flash Hulk to prevent people from getting the easy 2-card combo, then continue that tradition and ban Thassa's Oracle.
My opinion is that now that we have a Game Changers list, we do not need a comprehensive ban list. Like, anti-cards, which for people that weren't playing back then were basically gambling. You would actually bet your card. Conspiracy cards that just don't make sense in the format.
They were for draft.
Yeah. Like, those can stay banned.
It's just because they don't make sense.
Yeah, they don't make sense. But, like, unleash the beast. Like, let these hyper powerful cards out and make them game changers.
Hold on,
I want to
clarify this. Are we also including the Power 9 in this?
I don't think that.
Are you saying we can release Black Lotus and the Moxen, Time Twister, and all that bullshit?
I don't think that banning based on monetary value is a credible metric.
That's not banning on monetary value. That's also power level.
It is. But I don't think that banning based on monetary value is a credible metric. And at the highest levels of gameplay, people are already playing cards that are extremely similar, like Mox Diamond and Lion's Eye Diamond. I forget, is that one? That one might make you discard your hand.
It does.
But like, people are already playing fast mana, and yes, the Power 9 are head and shoulders above all of those things. But at a CEDH tournament, most of them are proxy friendly, and you're already trying to do the fastest thing possible and pop off turn 1. I don't necessarily think that it would destroy the format. It would make it faster, but your opponent's decks would also be faster.
I see where you're going. I don't agree. Let's just staple that out there. I don't think they should release the floodgates. I think that those casual games where people proxy, the rule zero talk is already a problem. You sit down with someone, they don't have the rule zero conversation. There's such a despairingly drastic difference between your pre-con you brought and the guy who brought a bracket 4 or 5 or whatever, and just stomps you in the ground. Now you just take that bracket 4 or 5 and that guy who's proxying stuff and pulling his whole deck off, EDH rec, and then you throw Moxen and Power 9 on top of it, and it's just like so egregious.
Okay, well let's just say that those would stay banned for the sake of argument, right?
All right.
Is there anything else on the ban list where you're like, this can't exist? Actually, you know what? We're going to talk about this. Should we go into our unbanned, stay banned thing right now?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay. Before we get into that, though, I do want to mention that Iona, Grizzlebrand, and Sundering Titan were all not rumored, but mentioned that there were talks about them being unbanned.
Yeah. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I don't understand how they do things like, oh, we talked about this card being unbanned, and then just like, are they just like teasing the community? Like, well, who's saying, oh, well, we talked about it?
Gavin Verhey, and he's talking about the Commander Rules Committee.
Yeah, but my question is he like the week before, is he like, well, we're talking about this card?
I don't know what it looks like. Like, if it's just like because somebody was like, hey, what about?
Because I hear that stuff all the way up to the bans and the ban and restricted announcement, and I'm like, okay, who's talking about it? Because it didn't happen.
Yeah. Well, the difference is he put those 3 in the article, so we know it's not a rumor. They were confirmed that they had talked about those 3, but they decided not to for a couple reasons. One, they didn't want to change too much. They said in the article they're trying to slow things down because Commander's in a good spot, and they really want to just like make deliberate choices and just kind of move with the format. But the other thing was they don't want to, it sounds like, make a mistake. And if there's something that they're on the fence about, they're going to default to no change, because it's better than unleashing something that is too good or too unfun. So just to go over the arguments, to super simplify it, Iona will shut off a specific color. Mm-hmm. That is too unfun, too restrictive.
Mono decks just throw them in the trash.
Yeah. Sundering Titan is going to destroy lands. That is also in the realm of too unfun, too restrictive. Grizzlebrand is a different story, though.
Okay.
Grizzlebrand, they're talking about unbanning because he is fun, But the caveat to that is he's hyper powerful.
Yeah.
Grizzlebrand he's 7 mana. Let me see.
He is 8 mana.
8 mana.
The flavor fail.
Which that really annoys me.
Pay 7 life, draw 7 cards.
Yeah.
Flying lifelink.
He's a 7/7 demon.
Yep.
It really bugs me that he's 8.
It bugs everyone.
It's because they want him to be the same as Avacyn, I bet. But anyway, you're in a format where you have 40 life. You could dump all of your life and get a handful of cards.
Yep.
And there are ways to cheat them out, like Entomb, or not Entomb. What's
Reanimate?
Reanimate, yeah. Where you just discard them and get them right back out. So let's talk about Grizzlebrand for a second, because he's on my list to unban, and it's for selfish reasons.
Yeah, your Rowan deck.
Well, yes, he would go there, but for years before the Rowan deck came about, I have had a Grizzlebrand Grand Prix promo. I've held on to it for forever because I want to play this card. I've always wanted to play him, and by the time I started the game, he was banned. And he's been banned out of every format because he's that good. But people love it, So
it's an iconic card.
Yeah.
And the story and lore of Magic at that time was actually paid attention to.
Yeah.
And so he was cool.
Yeah, so if it's I guess, do you think there's a world where it's possible he gets unbanned, and would it be okay?
I think there's a world where he gets unbanned, because obviously they're talking about it, so they've considered it. I don't think it's happening anytime soon, because, once again, they just talked about it and they're not going to do it again for some time.
I think the next announcement's June or July.
So, they made that decision. They're probably not going to even discuss it again for a great deal of time. Do I think it would be okay? That's a rough one. I think that on the bracket 2, bracket 3 level, Grizzlebrand
no way
is not going to. He's going to hit, if he hits the board. He's going to be a removal target. There are so many of those anyways. And then I don't think that he's going to make a bracket 2 or 3 into a 4.
He would be a game changer for sure. So he couldn't be played at bracket 2.
Yeah, okay. So 3 is what I mean. But you can play him without being broken. You could just play him and draw 7 cards. And then call it a day.
Yeah.
The broken part of him is that typically a high-level deck is going to have that fast mana, or the ways to continue, or paying life does something for you that makes him broken. Just playing him as a big creature or reanimating him and then drawing cards off him is good, but I don't think he in himself just ends games. Right?
He doesn't, but the play pattern for a lot of formats was skip your turn 1, so you have 8 cards in hand, discard, turn 2, swamp, reanimate.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then you could draw your whole deck, and you should have a win at that point. Now, I think the main argument that I have that he would be fair as a game changer is we already have Necropotence. Yeah. We already have a ton of different ways to draw your deck.
Cards,
and he's very good, but I don't see him breaking the game in a way that other powerful reanimate targets don't already. So my vote is to unban Grizzlebrand.
I think it would be fine.
Yeah, okay.
I'm on board. I don't think it would be that crazy.
Yeah, Iona and Sundering Titan. I don't know. Iona's
kind of an interesting one because you can play that one at lower levels, but if you are actively changing the game.
Yeah. I mean,
you will just turn off this mono-colored guy's deck. And then, it's a big fuck you to that one guy.
Yeah, and I get that. I get that reasoning.
I mean, that's really why, it's an unfun commander.
Yeah.
There's also the cards that say, when this card enters, choose the name of a card, and that card can't be cast.
Yeah.
Right? Like, those are hated because, and some of the effects like that are banned in Commander because they just make it so someone can't play the game.
Yeah. So, I have less yay or nay about those because I think it's really going to depend on the player. Like, I would never run Iona as a commander, personally, and I might put her in a deck, but if I did, it would be because it's an Angels deck or it's a Flyers deck, like, you know, and I wouldn't build around the effect. It would just be like hey, Devin's playing Knuckles and I happen to have Iona and 7 mana or whatever.
Yeah, you know? and it is. But it is a game. It is a card that comes down and ends the game.
Oh, yeah.
For that one person.
Yeah.
Now there are other people at the table, but if we're looking at CEH, sometimes that's 1v1, and that could be a problem, right? You play against a mono deck, and their deck is done if you get that out on the field.
Yeah, I mean it's at any level if you have a mono
or modern,
deck,
right? Modern,
you know? Or it doesn't even have to be a mono deck, like. If you're playing at a pod and somebody's in Simic and you just shut down green...
Here's the other thing,
you might hit all 3 players.
It's an ETB trigger. Right? Yeah. So, Panharmonicon, Kirill, and then, like, Gandalf, and you've got 3 different colors locked down, 4 different colors. It is an ETB, right? I'm not missing on that?
Iona, as she enters, choose a color. Your opponents can't cast spells of the chosen color. Yeah, and she's 9 mana. Sorry, she's a 9 mana.
But it's an ETB, which means you could reanimate.
Yeah. She is a prime target for cheating. So if she got unbanned...
I put it right into my Kirill deck, and I would copy the ETB, and then I'd shut off 2 colors.
Yeah.
Possibly,
and they wouldn't be mine.
Possibly everyone's deck.
If I do 3 colors, I could shut off every color that's not mine.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think it's...
Or clipping the edge of someone else's, like... Hey, your commander is fucking...
1 color, yeah. Then you shut off their cast of their commander.
Well, even if you shut off...
talk, though.
Yeah, even if you shut off one of their colors, you shut down them casting their commander.
Oh, actually, it only affects opponents, too, so I could name all 5 colors with an ETB.
Yeah. So,
That's too much. I think that's actually a good call for a ban.
I remember when she was banned, and I think I knew a guy who had an Iona deck.
Yeah?
And I was like, good. I don't have to play against that anymore. You know? So if it came off the list, I don't think it would be the end of the world. I don't think it's CEDH or anything. But it definitely is a powerful card that would just cause more groans than anything else. Like, let's be honest, if you're playing a mono red deck and it comes down and they name red, you might as well scoop.
Yeah.
You're just out of the game.
Exactly.
Like, unless you're running artifacts and you can cast every artifact that you have, and it's not, like, maybe an Urza deck would be fine because it's basically colorless. But, yeah, I think that there's a world where she could be a game changer and it's still going to be a groan-inducing card. So I'm just going to run through my list of cards that I think are unbanned.
Okay.
And if you want to do the same, we can kind of see if there's anything that popped up.
I have a selfish unban. I know it would never happen, but I don't see... it's fun.
Okay, let's go through our list and then we can talk. So the cards that I think could be unbanned without upsetting the format entirely. Balance, Grizzlebrand, Mana Crypt, Jeweled Lotus, Primeval Titan, Rathalos, and Sylvan Primordial.
So Primetime, I think, can be unbanned. There's no problem. Grizzlebrand, we just spoke about. I would agree. Can be unbanned. Please don't bring back Mana Crypt and Jeweled Lotus. We don't need any more fast mana than we already have.
If you're going to keep Soul Ring, there's a lot of people that think Soul Ring is more powerful than Mana Crypt.
Why?
Because
it doesn't light?
It doesn't hurt you. Yeah, I've died to Mana Crypt a lot. You just have it out and you're like, oh, and I took 21 damage from it this game. But Yeah, I think Mana Crypt is fine. Jeweled Lotus is only going to cast your commander, which will speed things up drastically. But I think it's fine, man. It's one card in your deck, and it's not that much more powerful than Soul Ring, which is what, like, this is why I think Soul Ring should be a game changer. And because they're close in proximity, I think they're fine. If you're going to keep Soul Ring, keep these two.
Okay.
Rathalos, we talked about.
What is it? What was Rathalos? I don't think we talked about that.
Rathalos is you can tap him and add green mana equal to the number of forests you control.
Oh. Yeah, we talked about him in chat.
Yeah, so he's an
Guy's
elf.
Cradle on a stick.
Well, no, Guy's Cradle is for creatures.
Florist, got you. Okay.
Yeah, so...
But there's already elves that kind of do that, right?
Yes and no. There are elves that tap for the number of elves you control. I think there might be some that tap for the number of forests you control, but they're not legendary, so they couldn't be in the command zone.
You think it's because he's legendary that he's...
Maybe, but honestly, I don't think he should be banned because you have cards like Marwyn that whenever another elf enters, you put a +1/+1 counter on her, and she taps for mana equal to her power, which she's a 3-drop. She's easily abused. It's an elf deck, so you're getting her out turn 2 for sure. Like, she's faster than Rathalos, in my opinion, because once you get one elf out and you can play her,
spiral.
So I don't think he's more consistent than her, but I think she has a higher ceiling. I don't think he's breaking.
Gaia's Cradle's not banned.
Yeah.
So why would you ban that, right?
Yeah, I think
Gaia's Cradle is arguably stronger than that.
Oh yeah,
by far. It's unremovable usually.
0-cost creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Rathalos should be on the ban list.
I agree. What else did you have?
Sylvan Primordial and Balance. So Sylvan Primordial. When this creature, he has reach. He's a 7.
Oh my God, reach!
Yeah, he's a 7-drop, 6/8 reach. When this creature enters, for each opponent, destroy target non-creature permanent that player controls. For each permanent destroyed this way, search your library for a forest card, and then put that card onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. I think the main thing that you do here is destroy lands.
Yeah.
And, maybe you can blink him or bounce him or something.
I mean, why?
But
I guess I don't understand. 7-drop destroy lands, 1 from each opponent, right? Is not crazy?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you put him on the Game Changers list, and if you're playing...
He's not even a commander. There are Armageddon, right?
Yeah.
4-drop, destroy all lands.
Yeah, I think that, if you put him on the Game Changers list, he's fine.
Yeah, I think he could be a game changer. I don't think he's a banned card. He doesn't seem that way to me.
No. So, then Balance. Yeah.
What is that one? I'm not familiar.
Balance says... each player chooses a number of lands they control equal to the number of lands controlled by the player who controls the fewest, then sacrifices the rest.
Oh, okay.
Players discard cards and sacrifice creatures the same way. So you are setting the table even. I think it's...
that doesn't seem that crazy.
No, I mean, is it annoying to the person in first place?
Piece, right?
For sure, yeah. But, it's not... It is mass land destruction, so maybe you only play in bracket 4 where that's allowed. But, I think it's probably one of the most fair versions of that we get, where it's hey, this person has 3... Oh, Caleb's got one.
And that's enough for good.
Pair with T-Pro.
T-Pro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You instantly just fucking reset the game and play again on your upkeep.
That's true. So you cast Balance, and with it on the stack, you T-Pro, so that you are not part of that.
Yes.
But, I mean, T-Pro is also...
You have protection for players, but don't you still get affected by the Balance?
No, because it doesn't... Your permanent, so everything you control just doesn't exist anymore. Because it phases out.
Teferi's protection says, until your next turn, your life total can't change, and you gain protection from everything. All permanents you control phase out, so you wouldn't lose anything.
And you come back with a full board state.
So here's a question though: if you play T-Pro, your permanents phase out, your lands, right?
Yeah.
Do you then play balance and they have to sack down to 0 lands?
No, because you're not.
Your lands don't exist.
Yeah. Phase out the trees.
Is that a land destruction?
Everyone starts the game completely over, and on your next upkeep, you don't.
That's a good point. I didn't think about.
I didn't think about that either. If you just exit the game with T-Pro and play balance, that's a real strong, or the opposite order. But
yeah, play balance first and then T-Pro.
That's more of a problem with T-Pro though than it is with balance. There's not a lot of effects that do. I exit the game for this turn.
Yeah, I think I would probably still be okay with it because it's in bracket 3. You're not going to see it because it's mass land destruction, so it should be relegated to bracket 4 just by the rules of the bracket system. And at bracket 4, anything goes. So I think in that space it's okay. If you did, like, I was thinking, like, if you did see it at bracket 3, that's 2 of their 3 game changers, but you're probably not going to see it there. If people are following the bracket system, which we kind of have to assume they are. Like, we have to assume people are in good faith and up to date. But that's my list of unbanning. Okay. Did you have any?
I have a few. Yeah, here's my selfish one. My favorite card in all of Magic.
Yep.
Shahrazad.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, that is on my absolutely stays banned list.
So here's what it does. For anybody that doesn't know. You play it. It is, what's it called? Two white pips. It's a sorcery. It says, pause your game, start a new one with the deck that you have left.
Yep.
When you finish that new game, not including the cards you've already played, then whoever loses that new game loses half their life. And then you go back to playing your normal game. Selfish one. Does it make the game longer? Yes, that's why it was banned. So I know that it's selfish. Is it a game changer? Yes, it literally changes the game. Should it be banned? No. You could play this at a casual.
Whoa! No, let's not get crazy.
It should not be banned.
This is a hard disagree here. All right.
Why? Why? Tell me why it needs to be banned.
Imagine.
Other than it making the game longer.
Okay. Number 1, in Commander, if you play your Commander and you start that new game, no Commander. You just don't have access to it. Right? Number 2, let's talk about logistics, okay? Outside of the deck of cards, now you're either picking up the playmat or like putting those cards somewhere else.
Put a new playmat on top, buddy.
Yeah, you're putting a new playmat out and playing your cards, and you lose half your life, right? And then you have to go back to the other game.
Yeah,
that will make games 4+ hours.
Again, I said not making the game longer. Don't include that. I know that's why it was banned. Give me another reason. Your reason sounded like that you have the logistics of it. That's
logistics, game length, which you take that away, which you shouldn't. It's still just like...
I recognize that's why it's banned, is what I'm saying.
You were playing a worse version of your deck. It will never be as good as the version of your deck in the original game. I would scoop immediately if somebody played a Shahrazad.
Such a baby.
Tell you what, you play a Shahrazad turn 1. Cool. You figure out how to do it. Then it's the same deck.
It's only 2 costs. You can play a turn 1.
And it's still going to be a 3-hour game, minimum. But that is...
And I would have so much fun playing it.
A terrible take... Start over. Do not pass go.
You know what's the best for that one, though? If you're in, like, blue-white, you play mill. And so you have 2 games to work towards the mill, and you know you can't be killed in the first one.
Never.
Oh, man. Okay. So, we already talked about the fast mana.
Yep.
I voted to keep that banned.
Not even in gray area?
Not even in gray area. Just keep it banned.
Interesting.
I think there's... already too much fast mana in Commander.
Why is Soul Ring okay? That's where I keep going back with these two. Why Soul Ring and why not these?
I agree. Soul Ring should be a game changer.
I would say Soul Ring does 1 damage.
Oh, it should do 1 damage?
Errata to do
You
1 damage.
can't change the card though.
Yeah, it's too late.
You can errata that.
You can make a new one. Solar
But
Rune.
no one will ever play it.
Yeah. Anyways,
we're not letting Caleb talk anymore.
yeah. Why did we let him talk again? Yeah. So there's too much fast mana in the game already. I like the turtle. I like the slower decks. I know why those exist, but there are other ways of doing it, like ramp. Everyone having uncolored access to fast mana is just making the games quicker. Like, okay, cool. Not my preference. So I'm okay with them banning all of the fast mana, which is what they did with all the Mox and Black Lotus. And I'm okay with them making game changers out of the ones they can't ban, which is Soul Ring. They can't ban it. They can't ban Soul Ring. It's a staple of the format. They can't do it.
If they're gonna ban Mana Crypt and Jeweled Lotus,
They're already banned.
that's what I'm saying. Is if they're gonna ban those two, I don't think that the power disparity is so large that Soul Ring gets a pass. I think it's the poster boy of the format. It's like the Ultramarines of Commander.
Yeah, it's the poster boy.
But like, I just think that they should be game changers, and I would encourage you to at least consider them in the gray area, because you take a deck and at bracket 3 where you only have 3 game changers, if Soul Ring is a game changer,
Okay.
you have Soul Ring, Mana Crypt, and Jeweled Lotus, and those are all you're gonna be faster,
Yep.
but you're not getting those inherent top end powerful cards that everybody else is running.
I just don't think you need them. If you take off faster, 3 and 99, right? So you're hitting one of those cards, 1/3 of the time.
Yeah.
Right, in the first 10 cards. Getting to, your 4 mana, 5 mana, whichever artifact you have, or casting your commander on turn 1 or turn 2 is so explosive and so impactful, the end of your curve doesn't need to be as strong as getting you off the ground, because the other people are still just trying to ramp. Which is most games of Commander turns 1, 2, and 3. Tell me I'm wrong.
Well, I get it, but again, the things that people are doing turns 1, 2, and 3 are already high level speeding. Like, is a rampant growth, is a Birds of Paradise that much worse than a Mana Crypt?
Absolutely. It does not get to tap immediately.
That's fair. I don't know. I just don't. I don't think that they're that head and shoulders above every other ramp piece.
They're colorless, which means they can be in any deck, and they immediately come out and make mana. They net you mana, which is why I'm okay with your interpretation of Soul Ring should be a game changer.
I think, I don't know. We're just gonna disagree with this.
Okay.
But
all right. So I think I include Tolarian Academy in the should never be unbanned Power 9 kind of thing, even though it's not. But when I saw this one, I'm like, why is Gaia's Cradle not next to it?
yeah,
Please ban Gaia's Cradle. Do it. It should also be banned. That's my take.
see, I put Tolarian Academy in the gray area
Because of Gaia's Cradle?
because of Gaia's Cradle. Like, I think if you're gonna have one, you should probably have the other.
Ban both. We're on the opposite side of this.
I would lean towards unbanning.
You're opening the
both.
gate on all these fucking powerful cards.
Yeah.
And I'm like, close
But
more gates.
Here's the thing, with the bracket system, we get to choose how far open the gates are.
Yeah.
If you only want to play a bracket,
Hold on a
3 and
second.
below-
Are you suggesting this is banned in bracket 1, 2, 3, and this is not banned? Are you suggesting a bracket ban?
I'm saying the brackets already do that.
Okay.
You can't have even if it was unbanned, you could not have a Tolarian Academy in brackets 1 and 2. You could have it in bracket 3 along with 2 other game changers, and in bracket 4 and 5, anything goes. That's how they're set up. So
yeah, but my question is,
if you
your
wanna play-
verbiage, anything goes in bracket 4 or 5. Are you suggesting a no ban list 4 or 5?
I would like that, yeah.
Yeah, so like bracket 1, 2, and 3 actually obeys the ban list, and the bracket 4 and 5 is just unleash all hell.
I mean,
I would never play bracket 4 and 5. No, thank you.
I don't like how that's phrased, like setting up a new...
You don't like how I said the words?
Yeah, I don't like setting up a new rule, but I think that, like, dude, you're playing CEDH, you're playing the most powerful cards in the format. At bracket 5, or maybe eventually they do add another bracket because they had talked about it in the past.
Oh my God.
Well, they've talked about like a bracket 3.5 and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But it would effectively make bracket 5 bracket 6. But anyway, like maybe at bracket 6 there is no ban list. You know,
Or posting plays.
yeah, the people that have infinite money,
gobs of money.
a lot of people don't play with the ban list already. They just house rule like no ban list.
I mean, we are talking about casual commander. You can literally do whatever the fuck you want. Nobody can tell you what to do at your table.
Yeah. So like
which is why I played strip commander.
When I play commander with Devin, he puts more clothes on.
Mana burn doesn't deal damage. It takes clothes off.
Yeah.
But I think that there's a world where we don't need a ban list. It should be game changers, and I think the bracket system is the first step to that. Because if you don't want to see these cards, play bracket 1, 2. And if you're like, well, it depends on the deck, play bracket 3, but bracket 4 and 5 should be the Wild West. I want people to brew some crazy decks at those levels because we've talked about it. I like high bracket 3 and bracket 4. That's my favorite place to play.
Let me get into the branch of competitive commander, CDH, and how if you unleashed all hell, there would eventually, and very quickly, not even eventually, there would very quickly be a solved commander deck.
I would argue there already are.
And there might be. But the fact that they have a way to ban cards means that you can change the solved format and create new meta. Does that make sense? Not having a ban list would mean that you are eternally locked into, here's my Black Lotus 9 Mox and Time Twister and fucking all the Power 9, right?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I think the the issue with no ban list is player who goes first has insane advantage.
Yeah.
And there are formats that had that already. There are formats like, I think it's
called Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
I'm playing Magic. I want to play Magic.
No, but there are formats where there is no ban list, or people can play whatever they want, and so like now they need to play at turn 0, like Gemstone Caverns and
Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, like Simian Spirit Guide, like that. You have to play at turn 0, turn 0. And it's like, maybe that's what bracket 6 is, where it's just like, dude, if you're not playing at turn 0, you can't play this bracket.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that every deck should be that way. I'm just saying that, like, there are people that want to play that way.
And they can.
Yeah.
Just not at tournaments, and not when you bring a card, like, not when you come to my table and I say I want to play bracket 2 or 3.
Isn't a tournament kind of the place for that?
For egregious stupid shit, yes.
Yeah.
It is, I agree.
Yeah.
If you preface a tournament with this is a CDH no ban list commander tournament, you can do that, and Wizards can't say shit about it. They're not going to sponsor you, but that's about it.
I'm just saying. But anyway,
you can do that. I have 2 more that I want to talk about, then I'm done.
Yep.
The next one is Caracas. Land, legendary land. Taps for white. Taps for return target legendary creature to its owner's hand. Can it be broken? Yes. Should it be a game changer? Yes. Should it be banned? I don't think so.
I put it on my stays banned list.
Okay.
It's not...
It's legendary, first of all, so we're not copying this land.
Yeah.
None of that nonsense.
Well, it goes back to a similar vein as Iona, where if you just decide that you don't want to play against X commander, you're just gonna leave it up for that person's turn, and it's like, play your commander, dude. Oh, you do? Cool. You know, like if I just decided I didn't want to play,
there is already an artifact that does that. There's an artifact that has this effect on it. And
it is.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Caleb, what was it?
He was showing me Library of Alexandria, which I agree should be unbanned.
Okay, but
we don't let him talk.
Anyway.
So,
is it Arena of the Ancients?
There is I believe it's 1 or 2 cost artifact. Caleb's played it a couple times. You tap it, and unless your opponent pays 1, they return that creature to their hand.
Erratic Portal.
Erratic Portal. It does it for any creature, though, not just legendary. And yeah, it's an artifact, so you have to pay something for it.
Unless its controller pays 1. It gives them an out, and it's a cheap out. It's not even...
So does Swiftfoot Boots.
It's not even Smothering Tide.
So does Swiftfoot Boots.
What do you mean?
Swiftfoot Boots will prevent me from returning your legendary to your hand.
Not the first turn. You could, if you play your legend and move to equip Swiftfoot Boots, I could respond.
There's 3 opponents. You can't do it on every single opponent's turn.
You don't need to do it to every opponent. You just need to show the middle finger to one person.
But it's not like you're holding up a land to do what Mazavith does, right? Like it untaps a creature.
No, Mazavith removes it from combat and untaps it. But not every commander cares about combat. Some commanders just need to be existing on the board. I
just don't see this crazy. If you combine it with like Seedborn Muse, you could target one every turn, but...
I think that you're...
Unwinding Clock is what I use.
Unwinding Clock is artifacts, right?
Just artifacts.
Yeah, so I mean...
Okay. But yes, but I think you're looking at the how do I control everybody and abuse it as much as possible when the baseline of it is so good where it's like, hey, if I just leave this land up, like say you're in your Knuckles deck and you're like I don't want to play against what the heck is your commander? Azula, you know? Like, Azula will never attack. Caleb's deck will never work how he built it. It's just not, he's not going to play the game. It's a similar vein as Iona, and if Iona becomes unbanned, maybe Caracas can follow. But, here's the thing, too. They're going in the same deck.
Yeah.
You fuck that guy over. It's so bad. But, like, it's...
I just don't think it's... You return 1 legendary creature.
If making the game as unfun as possible is a metric that is ban-worthy, then Caracas can be banned. If that's not something that we want to quantify, because there's a bunch of cards that like people hate to play against in Commander, you know? So it's not like they're banning every unfun card. Like, maybe Caracas comes off. I put it in the should stay banned. I'm willing to move it to gray area. If Iona becomes unbanned, I could see Caracas becoming unbanned. But if they decide that just hosing one player is too much, I don't think it's going to happen.
Okay. All right, last one, for me at least. Yep. Golos.
Golos is in my gray area.
Eternal Pilgrim, or whatever his name is. Tireless Pilgrim. Enters, search a library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Sorry, land card, not that basic land. That's kind of where the hang up is, but get a land, and then his ability, what is that? Wooburg +2. Exile the top 3 cards of your library. You can play them this turn without paying their mana costs. So, 5 mana, colorless, but a 5 color commander because of his ability. Comes down, gets you a land. And then next turn you pay 7 and you can play the top 3 cards of your library. And sure, you can reorganize the top of your library to try and get like some crazy spells on top. But like you've already paid enough mana to play Omniscience. You're playing spells for free anyways. I don't think he's broken.
If I remember correctly, the reason they banned Golos is because he was the default best 5 color commander. And I don't think Kenrith was printed at this time.
Kenrith
But-
came before Golos.
Did he?
Yeah.
Corset 20.
Kenrith's been around for a while.
Kenrith was printed in Throne of Eldraine. Did that come before Corset 20?
Let's find out.
Anyway, while you're looking that up.
Yeah.
Golos was just kind of the de facto best 5-color commander because number one, he fetched you land, so he was fixing. But number two...
Yeah, so Throne of Eldraine is 2019, Corset 20 is 2020.
Okay. So I remember at that time, everybody was playing Golos because also, he's not only an infinite mana sink, he's an infinite mana sink that gets you your whole library and now it's free.
Yeah.
So
He wins the game that way, yeah.
Yeah.
You got mana to do it, though.
You do, but making infinite mana in a 5-color deck is not hard. And it's like, is he doing anything that is game breaking? Probably not, but he's doing very good things, easier than a lot of other 5-color commanders. So, do I think he needs to be banned? No.
Game changer makes sense.
Yeah, I think he could be a game changer.
I can see that.
You know, he's just like, if you get infinite mana, you win the game. That's all.
Isn't that like most command? Isn't that Urza?
Yeah.
Doesn't Urza basically do the same thing?
Urza, Thrasios, and Tymna.
Any commander with a spend and do something, right?
Yeah. So Thrasios and Tymna is actually a pretty good comparison because
what do they do?
Thrasios, he says, pay 4, scry 1, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped. Otherwise, draw a card. So he's pay 4 mana, draw 1, and he has partner, so he could go with any partner, but he's most commonly put with Tymna, so you could be in 4 colors.
Okay.
But he's worse. Mm-hmm. Like, he's just worse than Golos, and he's still like a CEDH commander. He's doing things one at a time. Yeah, you get to scry first, but you get to, for 3 more mana, you get the top 3 cards, and you get to cast them for free. So even if you, like, had... You didn't make infinite mana. Let's say you made 40 mana. Like, Golos with 40 mana is just head and shoulders above Thrasios with 40 mana.
Yeah.
So I just think he's kind of the best in class. Like, I don't think he needs to be banned.
So maybe he's banned because they wanted to change the meta, like we were talking about.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what it was.
Okay.
And I didn't play Golos. Maybe
Well, then my
I'm missing
argument is
something.
they've showed a track record of doing that. Ban Thassa's Oracle. It is the top of the meta.
Yeah.
Right?
I think I would rather unban Golos than ban that.
You're just set on unbanning everything.
Well, yeah, I think the more tools that people have, the better.
If you're shaping a meta the way that they've demonstrated that they are, you don't release the gates, you tighten until you continue to just keep shaping that meta.
Counterpoint, Wizards has almost killed every format they've ever made, and the community-based format of Commander that was focused on keeping a ban list small is the most successful ever. Do they?
Okay.
Well, that's all
I don't understand. I don't understand. What? So
think about
because we're keeping our ban list small is better.
Well, yeah, I think that there's a correlation. People want to play their cards, and things that you consider fun and I consider fun are different. I think that, like, especially with the Rule Zero conversation and the brackets and everything, like, people can play what they want to play, and you're gonna not get so mismatched as often as you would back in the day. But Wizards, like, I mean, Standard just took a huge hit. They got like 10 cards banned all at once, you know?
Yeah, well, Standard's a completely different animal.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is, like, they messed up Modern, they messed up Standard, they messed up Pioneer. And it's not, I'm not saying like Wizards is doing a bad job. It's a very hard thing to do, to look at thousands of cards and say like, this is how we control it. Now expand that to all of Magic. I think rather than trying to control everything, you should look at like the biggest problems, like the top of the heap, and say, this is what we deal with.
I think the key is when you have those huge card pools, like Standard's too big, right? It's 3 years worth of Standard sets, and power creep is insane.
I think it's more now, isn't it? There's like 18 sets in Standard.
It's insane.
Yeah.
If you want to keep a format like that close knit, like you need to do like a year or only so many sets so that you can actually dial in like what are the powerful cards of that set and make those decisions. If you make it so large, you're right, it'd be hard to balance.
Yeah.
But and like that's why modern makes sense that it's huge and hard to balance, because the amount of cards in Modern is insane.
Yeah.
I think the Standard timeline was like when everything was in sets, like block sets.
I'm sorry, I can't understand a word you're saying. Here, hang on, let me get the microphone closer to you.
They can hear him.
Yeah. Standard made a lot more sense when it was blocks, and you had you were playing on a plane. It was way more fun to play Standard when I was traveling through Tarkir, and then I went from Tarkir into Gatewatch, and then Gatewatch onwards. Like, it was fun because the Standard block was that set periods of I am moving with the timeline. But now that we're putting so many sets in a year, 3 years ends up being a lot of cards and a lot of things to go through.
Remember when they used to call us like planeswalkers? We were planeswalkers.
I still am.
We would plane chase and stuff.
I still am.
We felt like we were in those planes where Standard was currently happening.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was the best. Like,
and now there are so many planes included in one Standard set. You could be in New York, and I'm in Final Fantasy land.
God, I would hate to be in New York. That would suck if New York was real. God. But anyway,
it's just unfortunate because the sets don't see play in their own like little subsection. They get, if a set is powerful, it is seen for 3 years. If a set is weak, it's ignored for 3 years.
Okay. Yeah, it's.
But
I agree with all that. I'm just saying, I would rather let players decide what they want to play with than have the committee take a stab at, this is fun, this isn't fun, you know? But
I agree.
We got to wrap it up because we're over time. One last question. If you could ban one card, just full on ban.
The One Ring. Slap that immediately. That's my top ban right there. The One Ring. How about you?
I don't think I have one. Of
course not.
Because I'm...
Unleash the Gates. Everything's on ban.
Oh, I'm sorry. Exact same argument you had for Universes Beyond. But...
anyways, if you had to ban something.
If I had to ban something...
We're going to let you talk here too, Caleb.
I think it would probably be something along the lines of Teferi's Protection.
Ooh, okay.
Or... like Angel's Grace, something that says
you don't like my Angel's Grace.
No,
it's not even a game changer.
Yeah, something that just says you can't mess with me at all. And there's
basically
nothing you
White's
can do.
whole premise.
Yeah, you have to have a counter spell ready to go, and that is
not to Angel's Grace. Split second.
Yeah, see. I think that is unfun for me.
Okay.
Because like if the person just like flashes it or like says that they have it, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna waste a turn? Are you gonna make them use it? The correct answer is yes. That's what you should do. Yeah. But also now you're wasting a turn. So I think that's unfun for me.
All right, what do you think, Caleb?
I don't know.
Yeah!
Yeah, we agree with you wholly.
I think it just has to be like really the one that comes to mind that every time it changes is the One Ring comes out and it's unabated for 1 or 2 turns, Or someone plays a One Ring in an Atraxa deck and it just rattles off because now they're going to untap it, and proliferate it.
So you're on my One Ring train.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's interesting that all three of us have said something that is uninteractable.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know.
You're gonna exile a One Ring, but that's it.
Yeah, but like.
But I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uninteraction is not fun and should be banned.
Yeah. If we're going to ban things, but like the One Ring.
Indestructible, draw cards.
Yeah.
You get protection for the turn.
You get protection. From
I think we can agree.
That's,
you get protection for until your next turn is a game changing aspect of the game.
Yeah, like honestly, if you leave the One Ring without that line of text,
oh yeah,
I have a lot less issue with
Same.
it. Because yeah, it's an indestructible artifact that is very good.
You're gonna draw cards.
Still be a game changer. But now protection from everything means there's a strong chance that you win the game because you have a full turn cycle to just be like, whatever you guys want to do it to somebody else.
Especially with like airbending.
Yeah.
It's like, now I'm just going to pick the One Ring up and down.
Yep.
Airbending Ascension, pick it up, put it down.
So, uninteractability is not fun.
Yep.
I think that if I had to ban something, it would be along those lines.
Yeah.
All right.
And guys, Cradle.
Hard disagree.
All right.
Devin.
Send us out.
Caleb, thank you for being my magical friend.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.